Hello everyone and welcome to another Fragrance Fireside chat with Cody. This video is a day late. I usually mean to do these ones on Sunday, however, kind of been a little bit off schedule, so expect to see these videos in the future again on Sunday, hopefully if I can get caught up in time, right? Now, my scent of the day yesterday was this little baby right here, Versace Eros. I have been testing this one. I am about 95% done with testing. I just need to wear this one to work and I think I'll be finished. Sunday, again, is my basketball day. I'm still getting into the swing of things, but I wanted to test it out, see how it did in active type body chemistry, see what it does when your body heats up and when it's hot. And so it did pretty well, but yesterday was Versace Eros. And today was a little bit overcast. I thought it might rain, so I was actually wearing Bond No. 9's Hamptons, one of the best scents I think for wearing during the rain. It just really does remind me of rain. It's got a little bit of a feminine tinge towards it, but you know, florals, but I like it a lot. So Bond No. 9's Hamptons was what I wore. For those of you wondering, this hair is actually going to be going away, sadly. Yes, I had a vision for this hair, just like I was thinking something along the lines of Lenny Kravitz, but it's not to be. Actually, came to the decision on my own this weekend. I had a couple events to go to. Went to my godchildren's party. I have 3 godchildren ranging from the ages of 1 to 5, and their party was in Long Island. Before I actually went to the party, I stopped off at my aunt's house. My aunt, who has basically raised me, was talking about some of the stuff that I currently had with my hair. Basically, she was giving me some suggestions of what I could put into my hair, stuff like that. My aunt's a very honest person. She really wouldn't say anything derogatory or anything like that towards me, but she was going into the cabinet and she was picking out something to show me. It was a figurine of sorts, and as she turned back towards me, she kind of jumped back with a start for a second. She was like, "Oh, I almost forgot what you looked like for a second there," because I guess when she turned around, she was expecting to see me again, and this was after I'd been there for, I don't know, an hour or so. She was expecting to see me with short hair, and she saw this again. So that pretty much to me was pretty telling. And the other main reason, on the other hand, was why I changed it. It's actually 2 other reasons. One, the people who were cheering me on to kind of wear this hair, I kind of felt they were cheering me more just because it's way out of the ordinary for what I normally have, number 1. And number 2, and more importantly, I have pretty much a job in corporate America, as you could say, and at the point where I'm almost exec level. I really can't have this hair if I want to continue to advance. So I really, want to continue to project a clean cut type of a look. So unfortunately, it's going to go away. I love my hair, but its style is not meant to be until I change my profession. If I change my profession, which probably won't happen. But you never know. Life's a mystery. So fragrance-related stuff. Be on the lookout for reviews regarding female fragrances. This is one of the most frequent occurrences that I start to get now more from the female audience. My female audience is jumping up quite a bit. And even looking at my subscription numbers, I think it used to hover around 7%. Now it's moving up towards 15%, which is pretty freaking high. It's really jumped up. I'm not sure what happened recently, but more women are subscribing to my channel. And as a result, I'm going to start doing more or introduce some female fragrance reviews. I only thing I can remember is Fragrance Bros kind of doing this. And I kind of want to jump on the little bandwagon and start doing some female-related fragrance reviews. So expect to see those upcoming pretty soon. It'll definitely be in a different format, just because, obviously, I won't be having the full bottles of fragrances. I'll be reviewing off samples, number 1. Number 2, it's not going to be something that I'll be really applying on myself, but I want to give you the perspective of what a man smells when they smell it, or what some guys smell when they smell it. Obviously, I'm still going to try and have women smell it too, to kind of give you that opinion from there. But overall, it's going to take a different type of a format. So be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for, I want to do a revamp for a fragrance buying guide, basically. I want to give some tips just because I've been seeing some, the daily problems, or some problems with splits, problems with buying fragrances. I get a lot of questions regarding where should I buy this fragrance? Is this site reputable? Stuff like that. And I think I can do a little bit more of an in-depth guide for people to help people and basically show them how I buy my fragrances so they can take a cue. I've never had any problems buying fragrances, and hopefully this will help. This will also help you buy fragrances cheaply, or as cheap as you possibly can, right? And finally, I just want to leave you off with a fragrance, I guess, buying type of a story. It has to do with the house of Christian Dior. They have a private line. And one of the more notorious fragrances is a fragrance called Leather Oud. So what happened was I went to the Dior store on, what was it? It's not Fifth Avenue, it's the avenue right next to it, but in downtown Manhattan. I went to the Dior store to try out their private line. Trying out some fragrances, saw some fragrances that I thought were okay. I thought Bois Argent, even though a lot of people love it, I thought it was okay. I'm not sure if I would plunk down that much for it, but you never know. I may change my mind on it. I thought the Vetiver scent was pretty nice. I liked the Oud Shah, I can't even pronounce that one, Oud Shaman or something of those lines. I thought that one was okay too. Actually, I thought it was pretty nice. And I ended up buying Amber Nuit at the time. Or actually I didn't buy Amber Nuit at that time. But in any case, I ended up choosing Amber Nuit later on. Leather Oud, on the other hand, I remember applying it to my skin. And I smelled it initially, and I was like, hey, this isn't bad. So I went off, and this was actually during a lunch break that I tried it out. I went off and was starting to walk back to work. And for those of you who don't know, New York City, it kind of has weird smells at times that you'll smell here and there. You may smell, some dog shit out of somebody who didn't pick up after their dog, or you might smell horse shit, or something, basically, some kind of shit, or some kind of garbage or waste or disposal or something of those sorts, right? So I smelled something like this, and I was like, no big deal. It's just New York smell or whatever. And I continue walking, and I remember typing in Facebook, and I was talking to a couple people, and I was telling them, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's so bad. What are you people talking about? And I remember I was talking with Freeze, was one of them. He was like, are you kidding me? That's pure crap, or blah blah blah, right? I'm like, yeah, get up. Anyways, I'm walking another block or two, and the smell's still here. And I just kind of stopped and re-smell my arm where I had sprayed it, and I realized it's not the outside, it's my arm. It literally smelled like shit to me. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And I was kind of going through my head trying to make sense of it, trying to think, okay, well, maybe this smells like this, or maybe it smells like this. On my skin, it smelled like shit after a while, literally. And I remember thinking to myself, all right, what the hell am I going to do? I'm going back to work. I've got to somehow get this off. So I ended up going to, I have a gym membership at Bally's, like right across the street right across the plaza of where I work. And I remember going in there, basically taking a shower and just scrubbing this completely off, because I had applied it to my arm and pretty much just went in the shower because it didn't fit in its faucets, and just scrubbed it off and, put soap on it, etc., and got it off. But yeah, fragrance related story. It smelled pretty bad to me. So while I respect you guys who love Leather Oud, it's really just not for me. It smells too much like feces on my arm, literally like feces on my arm, and I can't get past it. And it Malik note, be damned, it smells too much like feces. But anyways, yeah, let me know what your scent of the days were. And let me know what you think about the ideas of the upcoming videos. Also, pass down any ideas you might have. Have a great day, take care of yourselves, and let's start off this week strong.